Hello, welcome to Poetry Changes Lives. Poetry and history in a book combined with a thought for the day. It's a great book to dip into on a daily basis. Well, today I'm talking about the famous British engineer born in 1806, the designer Isambard Kingdom Brunel. His name still resonates with us, and his works are still with us too. The Great Western Railway was his creation, and numerous bridges, tunnels throughout the land, as well as the iron steamships that driven by propellers that he really he may not have completely invented, but he certainly progressed hugely and made transatlantic crossing, for example, a much safer reality than it had been in the days of sail, when crossing the Atlantic was a pretty risky operation. It was Brunel's great dream to extend travel on the Great Western Railway as far as America. By this he meant that travellers could buy a ticket at a station such as Paddington or Euston in London, and there embark off the train, take the train to Bristol or Wales, and there embark on a steamship and continue to New York. In 1836, this became a reality. He did so much really for travel in the Victorian era. And it's amazing really that, the railways we have today were all basically laid down well over 150 years ago. Brunel married, had children, but died of a stroke at the relatively young age of 53. He was a workaholic, and he was also a heavy smoker. Often there are famous photographs of him with a great big cigar stuck in his mouth. Well, today's poem is by William Blake, who was a famous, really Luddite, someone who was dead against the Industrial Revolution and industry in general. Blake died when Brunel was 21, and this poem I'm going to read is similar to his famous poem Jerusalem, where Blake goes on about dark satanic mills blemishing the countryside. Well, this is another in that vein called I See the Fourfold Man. It goes like this. I see the fourfold man, the humanity in deadly sleep, and its fallen emanation, the spectre and its cruel shadow. I see the past, present, and future existing all at once before me. O divine spirit, sustain me on thy wings, that I may awake Albion from his long and cold repose. For Bacon and Newton sheathed in dismal steel, their terrors hang like iron scourges over Albion, reasoning like vast serpents, enfold around my limbs, bruising my minute articulations. I turn my eyes to the schools and universities of Europe, and there behold the loom of Locke, whose woof rages dire, washed by the water wheels of Newton. Black the cloth in heavy wreaths folds over every nation. Cruel works of many wheels I view, wheel without wheel, with cogs tyrannic, moving by compulsion against each other, not as those in Eden, which wheel within wheel in freedom revolve in harmony and peace. Gosh, Blake really didn't like industry, factories, or any kind of engineering at all. Today I ask that I will recognize the inevitability of change while respecting the legacy of the past. Well, thank you for listening.